Why is it important to impeach Bush and Cheney, and even after they leave office?
Well, you can't impeach them once they leave office, but they are subject on January 21, 2009 for criminal prosecution under federal law. And as possibly as one of the most experienced prosecutors in the country, he's now retired, Vincent Bugliosi, wrote that bestseller recently on the prosecution of George W. Bush. Any district attorney, he claims, where a U.S. soldier resided and lost his or her life in Iraq due to a criminal war based on false pretenses by Bush and Cheney, could bring a criminal homicide action and panel a grand jury to indict both Bush, Cheney, and Rumsfeld. And it's often misunderstood that presidents and vice presidents do not escape the criminal laws after they leave office. When Nixon was accused of obstructing justice in the Watergate burglary back in the 70s, there was a Watergate task force of government attorneys that was just about to ask for his indictment and prosecute Nixon before Ford pardoned him. So for a one-time obstruction of justice alleged in the Watergate burglary, the arm of the criminal law was going to move forward. That is like tiny compared to the criminal behavior engendered day after day, systemic torture, imprisoning thousands of people without charges and without lawyers. The signing statements, hundreds of them, where George Bush would sign a bill and say, "I will decide whether or not to obey it." Our founding fathers fought and got rid of King George III not to allow King George IV to take control of our country. And then, of course, there's the spying in violation of the FICE Act without judicial warrant on hundreds of thousands, maybe millions of Americans. That's a first-class felony with a maximum penalty of a 5-year jail term. And, of course, there is the criminal war of aggression in Iraq, probably the worst violation of international law other than genocide is a criminal war of aggression. So the question is, are there going to be any district attorneys in the country who are going to begin the process of holding presidents and vice presidents after they leave office accountable for their crimes, or are Bush and Cheney going to set a precedent for their successors who then think that they can be above the law, beyond the law, violate the law with impunity? That's the question that we all have to ask.